All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we have some retractions going on heading into the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford fight, and retractions by admissions about a couple of the key knockouts that Terence Crawford has had in his stint at 147 pounds, confirming the suspicions that many people with common sense had leading into the fights that he had, and obvious conclusions. These statements were made by Kell Brook and the trainer of Amir Khan. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. We chopping it up with this box. And again, welcome back, followers, supporters, subscribers, and you trolls that don't like anything coming out of my mouth. You definitely ain't gonna like this one if you team Bud, but it is what it is. Nobody's saying this about Errol. They're saying it about Bud. It is what it is. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Amir Khan's trainer, Virgil Hunter, and Kell Brook himself, talking about the woebegone state they were in when they fought Terence Crawford. And it was obvious when the fights were being made that this was the case, but people don't like to fess up to it. So when the fighters and the fighters' camps themselves do it, hey man, we're gonna talk about it. Now, before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you again. And also, to the people that I asked to subscribe, only do it if you like the content. If you don't like it, feel free to hit the thumbs down button. If you do like it, hit the thumbs up button. And thank you to everybody that sponsors videos like this in the super thanks, which is a great way to sponsor YouTube videos and YouTube channels whose content you enjoy. Now, let's get into this. Kell Brook admitted that he was not ready, not prepared to fight Terence Crawford when Terence Crawford beat him at welterweight. Now, is that a big surprise to me, or should it be a big surprise to you? No, it should not be. Because if you remember at the time, Kell Brook's trainer refused to go over to the United States with him because he said that Kell Brook was not prepared to fight Terence Crawford, and that basically the fight was a money grab for Kell Brook. A money grab for Kell Brook, which would allow Kell Brook to get a big payday, make himself millions of dollars, and in a fight that he knew he was not prepared to win. And why wasn't he prepared to win that fight? Because Kell Brook had not fought in that weight class for 3 years. He had only fought domestic level opposition over there in the UK. And just as a fact, the man's career was over after he lost to Errol Spence Jr. and Gennady Golovkin back-to-back and suffered 2 broken orbital bones in those fights. However, Kell Brook, like everybody else, needs money. Kell Brook, like everybody else, will do what they have to do to get that money, especially if it's millions of dollars and they know they don't have much time left in their career. And that's exactly what Kell Brook did going into the Terence Crawford fight. There you go. So please stop saying that Errol Spence Jr., when Errol Spence Jr. fought Kell Brook, that Kell Brook was the same fighter that he was when he fought, or actually, that's not even what they say. They say that Kell Brook was in better condition against Terence Crawford than he was against Errol Spence, despite the fact that the man's trainer wouldn't even go over there to train him for that fight because he believed that he shouldn't take the fight. And he hadn't been in the weight class for 3 years. Now, also, another knockout, Amir Khan. Amir Khan, trainer Virgil Hunter, said in a recent interview that his only job with Amir Khan was to try to get him through the Terence Crawford fight. He said that Amir Khan's career was over after the Canelo Alvarez fight, and that Amir Khan was not training, that Amir Khan did not have the dedication for the sport anymore, and that he only took that fight because of, again, implying that he only took that fight with Terence Crawford because of the money, not because he thought he could win the fight. And again, Virgil Hunter said that he did not want him to take that he did not want Amir Khan to take that Canelo Alvarez fight. And his only job in that fight with Terence Crawford was to hopefully get him through the fight. So he wouldn't, and by getting him through the fight, he wouldn't get hurt. And what did Amir Khan do in that fight? Amir Khan got hit with a low blow by Terence Crawford, went to the corner, and refused to come out. Now, I would also like to compare this streak of things like this happening to another odd occurrence that took place several years ago, but it was at the 130-pound weight division, where Vasily Lomachenko, after he leaves 126 and everybody is willing to fight him, willing to go the distance, even though they're losing. And before he goes to 135, where all of a sudden, even if people are losing, they still go all the way to the end of the fight. He goes through a streak of like 3 or 4 guys all quitting. And they call him Nomaschenko. People that are not hurt, people that were not in trouble, stop fighting in the middle of the fight like he's just too good. I don't know if I saw anything that I would have called better scripted than that. And please do not pretend that things like that do not happen in boxing. However, with Terence Crawford, I do not believe that they were scripted in the ring. I will tell you, though, that as soon as Kell Brook got hit in his eye, he thought about protecting nothing but his eye. Did not try to throw a punch, did not try to defend the other side of his head, did not try to defend his body, did not try to clinch, did not try to do any of those things. He was done as soon as he got hit in that eye, and Amir Khan quit as soon as he got hit low. Now, is that to say that Terence Crawford is not an excellent fighter and that he does not have a chance to win this fight with Errol Spence Jr.? No, it is not. That is not what I'm saying. I am just telling you what these guys said so that we can have a fair representation at this point of what people have done leading into the fight, which is why Errol Spence Jr. says, man, why he somebody looks at side eye at Terence Crawford and says, man, come on, man, who have you fought? Where are these guys? What are these guys? I mean, where were they in their career? Amir Khan was done. Jose Benavidez, who is Jeff Horn, right? So who is Jeff Horn? Jose Benavidez had one leg at the time. And so what about Jose Benavidez? I would say, and even they go on there and they talk about, he talks about Sean Porter, and how his father also said that he wasn't ready and he really wasn't training the way that he should for the fight, for going into that fight. Well, one thing we're going to find out for sure, and I think is a fair statement for anybody that really is having an honest look at this, is that we're going to see what the case is when Terence Crawford gets in with Errol Spence, because Errol Spence most definitely is not going to lay down and quit. is not going to come. He's not. Let me put it this way. He's not going in there. And actually, Amir Khan laid down and quit, but he would have got knocked out anyway. And Kenny Porter and his team did quit, but many people think he would have gotten knocked out anyway. Regardless, that is not going to be the case with Errol Spence. Errol Spence Jr. is coming in there to do damage. If Terence Crawford can win that fight, then hey man, it says volumes for him, and it means that matchmaking that was taking place at top rank really did not show, that there was really some real truth behind the greatness of Terence Crawford, and it wasn't all that matchmaking that they were doing at Top Rank. Because all of the fights that I mentioned were match made by Top Rank. The only one that he didn't, which was match made by BOK Prime, was David Avanesyan, and I don't even know where to go with that one because Egis Kalvanakis, who Terence Crawford had knocked out, had already knocked him out. Anyway, call me a hater, but I'm sharing that information with you. It is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.